quick shout out here for the Spy Brigade Tri-X Family Field Centers. The alternate colorway isn't in stock on Amanda LaPalm's website. I will leave a link down below. Use code MKOHL5, MKOHL5, and save on your purchase today. All of our imports and TCG exclusives are here. Don't beg 30% of you guys have not smashed the crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 100K ladder. So our imports and exclusives. Our first import here is none other than the Motor Frenzy for a guy. If this card is normal or special, or if another machine monsters is normal or specials to your field, you can apply this effect. To the end of your opponent's turn, that normal summon or special monster gains attack equal to half its original defense. Also, its battle position cannot be changed. And if this tribute summon card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 2 engine tokens in attack position. Hey, it's level 6, produces 2 tokens. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. We also got the Chow Sai, the Ghost Stopper. Neither player can activate the effects of spell and trap cards in the graveyard. This basically was the anti-Eldritch fun card, actually. And if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 spell and trap card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. It's a 1900 that stops Eldritch from doing its thing. We're finally getting it imported. I'm happy about this. I'll take it. Alright. Next up was the Crow Tengu. If this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, or if this card is special summoned from the graveyard, you can target 1 attack position monster your opponent controls, destroy it. You can only use this effect of Crow Tengu once per turn. This was one of the import promos from V-Jump, if I recall here. And it's definitely... it's something. It is also a zombie, which I guess gives it synergy in and itself here. Then we got the Yakuza Lord of 8 Thunders. Special summon this card by banishing 1 level 8 or rank 8 from your graveyard. You can target 1 level 8 rank 8 Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, or Exceed monster graveyard, shovel it into the deck, and then apply this effect. So if it's a Ritual, Fusion, draw a card. Synchro or Exceed, this card gains 1000 attack. You can only use each effect of Yakuza Lord of the 8 Thunders once per turn. Honestly, this card is really solid. Alright, the summoning conditions are pretty easy if you're planning on like linking off with something. Next up was the Chengashi the Spirato. So another zombie monster. During your main phase, you can send 1 zombie monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. On a level 6, that's not too bad. If this card is banished, you can banish 1 zombie monster from the graveyard, special summon this card, but place it on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. You can only use each effect of Chengashi the Spirato once per turn. But once again, a level 6 is going to be a little bit harder to get about, but it does give additional dumping. Curse of Dragon, Magical Knight. This was a warrior monster plus a level 5 or higher dragon monster. If you fusion summon a level 7 dragon fusion monster, you can also banish monsters from your graveyard as materials. This basically creates a pseudo condition for us to banish. You can target 1 spell and trap card in your graveyard that mentions Gaia the Dragon Champion added to your hand. You can only use this effect of Curse of Dragon, the magical dragon, once per turn. Technically, this does meet the requirements to be a super poly target, if you want to be honest there, alright? Then we got the Odd Eyes Wing Dragon. So, Dark Tuner plus 1 non-tuner clear wing monster. So, pendulum effect once per turn during damage calculation. If your monster battles opponent's monster, you can make your monster gain attack equal to the opponent's monster attack to the end damage step. Okay. Monster effect. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, it goes in your pendulum zone. Pretty basic stuff. And then, let's see here. And yeah, we don't use that effect once per turn. So we target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects till the end of this turn. And then during the battle phase, if you control this synchro summoned card, quick effect, and destroy all level 5 or higher monsters your opponent controls. A very cute little card, honestly. I'm glad we got this. Then we got the VLAN Hydra. So many people are excited for this. So it's 2+ monsters, except for tokens. Gains 300 attack for each monster co-linked. You can target 1 link 3 or lower monster co-linked to this card. Tribute it. And if you do, there's some VLAN tokens equal the tributed monster's link rating. Also, you cannot special monster with the same link rating as that targeted monster the rest of this turn. And I know a lot of people are excited for this because evidently this has like some little cute soft loops that you can do with the game and like create some like powerhouse plays with this. So I already got linked like a combo video or 2 for this. So you know what? Kudos for that. I think the fact that we finally got this imported, about darn time. Alright, so our world premiere cards. So we got Libromancer Fire here. I've talked about this card a couple times. I think this card is really solid. So you can reveal a ritual monster in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summon, you can add a Libromancer monster from your deck to your hand, except for a copy of itself. You can only use each effect of Libromancer Fire once per turn. So it's a special summon by revealing any ritual monster, and then it searches for another Libromancer monster when specialed. That seems relatively good to me. Alright. A lot of people are talking about this card, Colonel on C String. When this card is normal summoning, special summon 2 level 4 or lower warrior monsters from with different names, your hand and defense position. I don't know what like the big deal with this is. It doesn't special from the deck. It just special summons 2 more level 4 warriors from the hand. I guess as like an extender / starter that you can beam out a bunch of your friends to start combo with. This is fine, but I don't see any other value outside that. I don't know what people are getting crazy about here. We got the Navy Dragon Mech. So this is 1 tuner plus 1 non-tuner on a level 9. If this card is special summoned, you can target face-up cards your opponent controls up to the number of tuners in your graveyard and negate their effects until the end of this turn. If the synchro summon card is destroyed by battle card effect, target 1 tuner in your graveyard and add it to your hand. I mean, on a level 9, you just get to, whenever it's specialed, globally negate that many face-up equal to the number of tuners on the field. I think this card's really good. Our new Super Poly target here. Oh boy. So, Fairy Dark Fusion. Alright, you have no other card in your other Pendulum Zone. You place a face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck in your Pendulum Zone. You can only use this effect of Pastille Corvitcher once per turn. It's 2 Pendulum monsters to make it. Sorry, Triff, we got a generic material against you. And if this card in the Monster Zone is destroyed, it goes in your Pendulum Zone. That's your generic effect. She's gonna make you a cake. Alright, easy stuff. Alright. Omega Judgment. Target 1 face-up card in your spell and trap card zone and 2 cards in your opponent, 2 cards your opponent controls, and destroy them. Is this just like, this gives us the ability to like shuffle back pendulums or something, right? Because it's just a face-up monster in our spell and trap card zone. So yeah, shuffle back a pendulum. Valiance support, Crystal Beast support, I guess. This feels very much like a very worthless take for the deck. All right. We got backup team here. So draw cards equal to the number of cards your opponent controls. And then place cards from your hand on the bottom of the deck in any order equal to the number of cards you drew. Okay. During the end phase, if your opponent controls more cards than you do, while this card is in your graveyard, you can set this card but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use 1 backup team effect per turn and only once that turn. So my opponent has 10 cards in the field, I draw 10, but I have to shuffle back 10. This card doesn't inherently generate any advantage, but it seems pretty good. It's like a Phantasmic. I wish it said +1, though. Libromancer Misty Girl. So you can ritual summon this card with any Libromancer card. If this card was ritual summoned by using a monster or monsters on the field, your opponent cannot target your ritual monsters you control with monster effects. If this card is special summoned, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls till the end of this turn, change its attack to 0 and negate its effects. This is probably one of the better Libromancer cards, and it's only a super rare in the set. Kudos to Konami for making this. Alright, and then we got the Libromancer Fireburst. So you can ritual summon this card with any Libromancer card. If this card was ritual summoned by using monsters on the field, it cannot be destroyed by a battle. Alright, also any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Alright, and then when a monster declares an attack, banish a Libromancer monster in your graveyard. This card gets 200 attack. Depending on how things go, this can get a little bit bigger, but the double attack is what you really care about here. Libromancer Realized. So you can reveal a Libromancer ritual monster in your hand, special summon a fire token with the same level as the revealed monster. While you control that token, you cannot special summon monsters except for Libromancer monsters. You can only use this effect of Libromancer Realized once per turn. They don't want you going too crazy with this, but it's definitely an interesting card for fulfilling the ritual cost here. And then we got Libromancer Bonded. Oh boy. This card can ritual summon any of your Libromancers. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field whose level equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster. So that's where the Libromancer Realized comes in. If you ritual summon a Libromancer Fireburst with this effect using Firestarter on the field, it cannot be destroyed or banished by the opponent's card effects. You could have just said unaffected by, and we would have all approved. And then, Libromancer Displaced. Target a Libromancer monster you control, 1 monster your opponent controls. Return your monster to the hand if you do take control of the opponent's monster. If a Libromancer monster you attributed was not a ritual monster, the monster you took control of returns to the hand during the end phase. Alright, but if you attribute a ritual, you get to keep it. And then Prevented, if you control Libromancer monster, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. This turn, that face-up monster cannot be used as fusion, sync, or exceed, or link material. You can only use this effect with Libromancer Prevented once per turn. And once per turn during the end phase, if you control no Libromancer ritual monsters, this card goes to the graveyard. Well, that is your exclusives. Are they good? They're a little bit better than last time. I'm not going to lie, V-Land Hydra is pretty cute. I'm very intrigued with where we're going to go with some of this stuff here. But what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. What you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button. So you guys don't miss out on more All content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.